So what do you do when your body just stops working? When all your internal functions go haywire without explanation or warning? When everything you've taken for granted goes away and suddenly the landscape of your life is completely different and nobody can tell you why or how it happened, nor can they say when or if it will ever get better. On September 27th, 2018, this is what happened to me. Well, this is when it started. It took about 3 weeks for everything to go completely downhill. And within a month, I couldn't eat, I was unable to sleep, and I couldn't walk. My body could no longer regulate its internal autonomic functions like it had before. I had nerve pain in my feet that was so bad that the thought of removing them became increasingly more appealing night after night. The diagnosis was acute autoimmune polyneuropathy syndrome, which basically means that my immune system attacked my nervous system. By December of that year, still unable to eat anything substantial, I was down 30 pounds off my usual weight and was 2 pounds away from a feeding tube. 6'3" and 132 pounds. My life had become a living hell. By the beginning of 2019, I was able to stretch out my legs and begin walking again. Though painfully slow, the healing had begun. So I ask again, when everything you've taken for granted goes away without explanation, and suddenly the landscape of your life is completely different, what do you do? Well, if you're an artist, you make sense of it by expressing it through your art. So as soon as the healing began, I started writing songs about it. I wanted to encapsulate this experience in sound. Even though the healing had begun, my nervous system was still in disarray. Some days I could spend 30 minutes in the studio, other days I could do longer. And I had to write fast, because on a day-to-day basis I didn't know what my body would be doing. And the result of these writing sessions is a 5-song EP called Ecdysis. It tells the story of my journey through this suffering and what lies on the other side of that suffering. I'm releasing the EP on the 27th of this month, which marks 4 years since the illness hit. Though I am better today, I'm still dealing with symptoms on a daily basis. I'll be dissecting the songs and digging into their internal framework over the next few days, so follow along to hear more about my story and the music that was born out of it.